Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing feed-in braids with the sew-in and no leave out. Of course, my client has beautiful, gorgeous, thick afro hair. I am going to part her hair from ear to ear. For the back portion of my client's hair, I'm going to be doing medium-sized cornrows going all the way back. As I am braiding, I am connecting the ends of the braids that I did previously and joining it to the braid that I'm braiding so that there is no braids left out. I am going to repeat the same process to the other side of my client's head. Now that we're on the last braid, I'm just gonna braid it quickly. If you guys want a braid tutorial, like very simple braid tutorial of how to braid cornrows, comment that below because I don't know if you guys want to learn it. That's why I'm kind of like speeding through this process of braiding kind of. So just let me know if you guys want a braiding tutorial. So if you guys do not know, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I've been licensed for about 5 years now, and my client did ask me to just clean up the back of her nape area because her hairline was going all the way down to her neck, and I just cleaned it up with my clippers, and then I went in and just evened it out. I allowed her to see the process of what I'm doing so that she's a little bit more comfortable, and she actually really liked it how I shaped up the back of her head, which was really nice. I am going to be sewing down the last braid so that everything looks neat. Moving along to the front portion of this hairstyle, I'm going to be doing cornrows in the front half. And using jam, it kind of makes the hairstyle a little bit more easier for me to be able to grip. And also it's very neat. So I really love to use jam while I'm braiding my client's hair, especially when it's feeding braids. It just gives a little bit much more neater and much more like appealing look to the hairstyle, which I really love. If you guys use any other like braiding jams or anything that is really good for textured hair, especially like 4C, very curly, very coarse and thick hair, just comment that below. So while I'm editing, I see that I was in the way of like 2 braids. So I'm going to be back on the 3rd braid and just explain how to do the feed-ins. Okay, I am back. I know y'all missed me. All right, so for the third braid, what I will be doing first is just braiding her natural hair a few centimeters down, and then I will be using the expression braiding hair a very little amount to be able to grip her natural hair. As I continue to braid, I'm going to add more extension to the hair. The reason why I am doing it this way is because the braids are medium size. So if you're using medium size braids, you want to make sure that the extensions get a little bit more bigger, so that it fits the size of the hairstyle. In the beginning of the braid, you really want to start off with little pieces and then gradually work your way up to medium and then a larger piece, because you want to make sure that the beginning is very neat and then the ends is a little bit much more bigger. As I continue to go down her hair, I'm going to be adding more pieces of extensions to that specific size and to that specific area of her braids. As you guys could see, I am putting a generous amount of the jam into her hair and just working that product through. It just makes sure that the hair is very neat, and also the braids are not frizzy. So it kind of tames down the braids. Now that the last braid is completed, we're going to be sewing in her bundles. She purchased these bundles from her local beauty supply store. I do not know the brand of the hair because I recorded this tutorial about 5-6 months ago. So it's been a while. But if I do find it, I'm going to put it in the description bar below for you guys. And now I'm going to be sewing in the tracks to her hair. And for this portion, I'm going to be doing the flip over method. The flip over method is just a way how to flip over the bundles where there's no shedding in the hairstyle. It just limits the shedding of the hair. Okay, I like to do this because it actually saves the client of just reusing her bundles over and over. Here, this is a regular speed of how I sew my client's hair. As you guys can see, I'm going to flip over that track and sew at like the edge of it, so it kind of has the tracks just stuck there, and it's easier to be able to like flip over that track. Okay, here is kind of a little bit more trickier. So I'm going to use the track and my index finger and my thumb as a guide. As you guys can see, I am pushing the track up and I'm going to be flipping the track over. I am sewing in between the first braid and the second braid. Right now, you guys could see I am sewing that track towards the second braid, so it's easier for me to be able to flip the track over. This is just like a method that I just learned on my own, just by just like experimenting and seeing what works best for me. Okay, as you guys can see, I am going to now sew that track to and on the first braid, but it's actually connected to the second braid. It's kind of a little bit trickier to see because my camera is not in focus, but I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can. I will be repeating this flip over method until I reach the top of her head. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video, and this is how her hair looks after I was done with the flip over method. Her hair looks super gorgeous. This is just an easy hairstyle, and comment what you guys think and subscribe, and see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye loves.